What is going on, guys? We are back again here. Another repair video. This time we got a snowblower here. This guy is not starting at all. I did realize there's a problem with the carburetor already, so let's just get started. We'll remove this Phillips screw. Pretty easy to take off. This cover will back up. And then what I'm going to do here is get a pan or something under here. There's a clamp right there. Just move it to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and loosen this fuel line. And I'm just going to get rid of all that old fuel. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Phillips screwdriver and just get these two big long screws out. Okay, you will see this gasket and this coming out of it. This should just face down once you put it back together. Here's your little prime hose. Go ahead and wiggle that out. Sometimes these aren't that easy. If they're not, go ahead and get some pliers. Then here's the little difficult part, and it's really hard to see. Okay, so this, you're gonna have to kind of angle it, coming out that way. Come on. Trust me, it will come out. That's what it looks like. Okay, once you got your carburetor, this little bowl is gonna have some fuel. Go ahead and bring your pan again. By the way, make sure these are gasoline resistant. Just kind of pop that guy out. And there you go. Once you got that out, go ahead and grab a screwdriver, flathead, small one that'll fit in there. Pop that guy out. Once that comes out, should be a little jet in there. I usually take them out like that. And now, let's just go ahead and remove this guy. It's just kind of in our way right now. Okay, once you got that out, this pin will slide out. And then you'll lift that float. Careful, there's a little pin that'll fall off. And then what I like to do before I clean them, especially if you're using carb cleaner, you do want to be careful and lift that gasket out. Just like that. Let's get that out of the way real quick. And I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on. And I'm going to do a solution over here with my ultrasonic cleaner. And then I do have my ultrasonic cleaner solution. It's been kind of cooking for a little bit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place these guys in there. These are pretty inexpensive. Get them at Harbor Freight. I believe they were about 70 bucks. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the jets in there as well. And let's just give it some time. So just run it for a little bit. We'll let it run a few minutes and then we'll just kind of mix stuff around and then do it again. Okay, so once you got that over with, go ahead, take it out, let it dry up for a little bit. Go ahead and get these guys out. And what you want to do is, if you got those little needles to clean these, go ahead and start poking them through. Use some carb cleaner, works really good. I'm not going to show you guys that part because I don't want it to spray on the camera or anything. So I'll get to it right when I'm done. So now that you got that done, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this back. As you can see, there's two sides. This will go in first, just like that. And then we'll put that screw part. There we go. This goes in. Probably be easier to just turn it the opposite way till it falls in. And then we can start screwing it back in there. And then just snug it up a little bit. When you open that, you should be able to see it through there, sticking out a little bit. That's how you get it in there. Now we're going to go ahead and put our float back. What you want to do, to grab your needle here, and this will slide in like that, and then the needle part will match up in here. There we go. Now we'll match that up. Push through. Just like that. Try to make it half and half on each side. And then now, get our O-ring right there. Little gasket. Make sure this was all dried up as well, because that gasket will swell up and that will not be a good time. And then just go ahead and put that back, and then just snug it up. So before you put it back, make sure your gasket's right here. It's kind of dark, but trust me, it's right there. We're going to grab our carburetor. We actually got to put this spring back over here. And the way we're going to do this is it's going to go like that. So that spring needs to go hook on there. It's going to go just like that. And when we put it back, what's going to happen is that little lever there, pull it that way and that spring will retract it. So let's go ahead and do that. Also make sure that you do have your gaskets. Sounds kind of bad, but if at all possible, go ahead and get new ones. If not, should still work. So also a gasket up here up front. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shift it in there. Grab our lever in there. Okay, so that was extremely hard to get. Just go ahead and snug those up. Bring your fuel line back in. Put that clamp over it. Put that prime hose back in. And then let's just get a closer view of everything. You can see that spring in the back. Got your prime hose, main fuel line. And then let's go ahead and change out that little filter in there. We just got this on the floor for now. Let's go ahead and take this guy off. for just the chute itself, there are 3 screws. When you get those 3 off, that should come off. And then to get this cover off, there is 1 screw. And then we got these 4 on all the corners. But we can take that off. That'll also hold it in. And then these 2. After you get those, they should just come out. Okay, so the side view of the snowblower, there is a tab right here. And what I'm gonna do is kind of push that way. And it should lift up. And there's your filter. We will just simply remove it. Kind of, there we go. And then this is our new one. Just pull. And then now, we'll just simply put the new one back in. And let's go ahead and move our clamps back. And now, just go ahead and snag that back in again. And let's go ahead and put our cover back on. Okay, once you get everything on, just go ahead and prime it a couple times. Obviously make sure everything's good to go and let her rip. But we're gonna cut this off now. I don't have fuel, so yeah, obviously get your 2-stroke fuel in and get it to go. But anyway, other than that, if this video helped you out, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.